Hello, everybody. Today I would like to talk about hypnosis. Hypnosis was one of the first things after meditation that I got into. I started reading Michael Newton's books. The first one was The Journey of Souls. And Michael Newton was guiding people into past lives or into as he calls this space, into the space of life between lives. And it got my interest. I became so fascinated about this, about the experience these people were experiencing. And I decided to book a session with a hypnotist and try it myself. So that session that I booked was live between live hypnosis. It lasted maybe 5 or 6 hours. It was quite an experience, very emotional. Lots of emotions went through me. Lots of discoveries were made. Well, it gave me a glimpse, a good glimpse of what I am. Um, And after that, I decided that I want to be a hypnotist and I want to guide people into past lives or lives between lives. Um, and so I decided to study, to do a certificate. And when I decided that, like all of a sudden, one day I opened the internet, did the research, and there was this woman who was just giving, a class in a couple of days. So I had to decide very quickly whether I want to take it. Um, and of course, I decided yes. So I took that class. It was a long class. I think it lasted maybe 6 weeks, maybe more. And I had even more experiences in that class because our teacher would regress us, take us to a to particular moments in our lives. And one of the experiences that marked me a lot was uh, she was regressing us to a happy childhood memory, like a happy childhood moment. So we were in hypnosis, and she told us, yeah, okay, now you go there. And I was there, and I was looking, and I was seeing these huge windows, like a palace windows, and but from a very low position. So I figured maybe I was a baby because I was maybe in a crib and looking at these windows. They looked really big. Then I turned my head and I saw this skirt, this huge pink skirt, like maybe 17th, 18th century skirt. And I was looking at that skirt and I felt so happy. I felt so blissful and joyful. And it was just such an amazing feeling. I thought, wow, I never felt this feeling before. Like in this lifetime, I have never ever felt this. And so we were taught, we anchored that feeling. Amazing, yes, great, okay, fine, that was over. And it stuck with me because she was guiding us into a childhood memory, into a childhood moment of this lifetime. Yet I went into some past lifetime because I never had such an experience in this lifetime. Like all the happy moments or joyful moments that I had, they were kind of, they had this taste of a little bit of like a sadness behind them, like some darkness, heaviness. So my lifetime, this lifetime, I did not have such an experience, which is why when she guided us to the happy childhood moment, I just went to some childhood moment where I was actually happy, and it was not this lifetime. Another experience that I had with her was another exercise that we did about the past lives. And now this time she was guiding us to go into a past life. And I was there. I was at the beach looking at this huge, vast sea. And then she said, "Look at your arm." And I looked at my arm and I see my arm. That was so funny. And I know it's my arm, but it doesn't look like my arm. Like I know this is me, but it's not me. I don't know how to explain it. That arm had dark color, and I knew I was a boy. I was an 18-year-old boy, kind of skinny, naked by the beach, you know, maybe some cover, I don't know. I knew somehow I had big lips, big mouth, and very, very thick black hair, quite badly cut, I think. And so I was looking at this arm and I was like, yeah, that's my arm. But that's not an arm of Renata, because Renata's arm looks different. Yet it felt like I was, me, I was still me, but I was not in that body. So this was like such a realization that we jump from body to body in different lifetimes. And this body is just transitional. This is not who I am. I am I am inside. I am. But 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 yeah, this body is not me. It's an aspect of me, of where I am right now. So this is just an amazing, amazing experience, amazing realization. And then yeah, so that. Then another experience I'd like to talk about is when a colleague of mine from that class, we were practicing together, and she guided me into past life, uh, past past life hypnosis. She did a past life hypnosis, and I was there, and I felt I knew I was a man. I knew I had a fantastic, fantastic hat on my head, like very fancy. I knew I had very fancy clothes, very like like a velvet, this very tissue. I don't know how to, very posh, I don't know how to explain. I was very well dressed. I was someone really rich. And I felt good again. I felt fantastic. I felt such an inner peace inside being that man. I think I was like close to 40 in that lifetime, in that moment. And I felt good and peaceful and calm and yet joyful. I felt so good. And then she took me through other moments of that lifetime, and I just felt fantastic every time. I was happy. I was centered. I was grounded. I was just like living in a bliss. And the last scene was when I was in my deathbed, and I was in this, again, some fantastic bed. Only rich people have beds like that, could have beds like that. And I was dying, and I had some kind of disease. I felt like there was something on my chest, something on my body. And I knew the age I was. It was almost like 65, and I was dying, and I didn't want to die. And I just started crying, crying. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I had a happy life. Everybody loved me. I was so loved. I had a happy life. I don't want to die. Yes. So, and that was it. That was the experience. I know who I was in that lifetime. From this hypnosis session, I deducted from the details and things that came to me, I knew who I was, but that's not the point. That's not important. What's important is how I felt. And this is like the most important thing. I felt happy. And at that time in my life, like the first part of my life before I started meditating, my life was hard. My life was full of suffering and pain. I did not choose an easy life. And that hypnosis, nothing happens by accident. Everything happens for a reason. There are no accidents. And that hypnosis, that I was connected to that lifetime, to that happy lifetime. So they wanted to show me that, like, look, Renata, you can be happy. You can be happy. You are capable of being happy. You were happy once. You can. Because I thought I was done. I just really didn't want to. There were moments I thought I'm done. I just want to go. Just take me out. I cannot take this anymore. And that hypnosis session came exactly at the moment where I was feeling like that, so that it could show me, it could bridge me to the happy moment, and that I could feel it, because hypnosis, it's all about the feeling, and you feel like this. And if you feel happy, then there's more chance that you will be happy and project that happiness and live happy. So that hypnosis was like to pull me up, you cannot go down with this, feeling of, bad feeling, negative feeling of don't want to be here anymore. So that it could lift me up. And then when I meditated after that, when I meditated many times, when I meditated, I would look, I would meditate in the nature. Often I went to the park every morning, and I was walking in the park, and I would look at these trees, at the grass, and somehow, boom, it would connect me again to that lifetime. So many times I was connected to that lifetime, so often, so that I could be in that bliss, so that I could feel that bliss, so that I could be able to come out of where I was and just go up, 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 and heal, 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 heal. So past life hypnosis are good in my eyes for three things. First of all, they allow you to realize that you are not this body, that you are way more than this body. Second, it can give you information needed in this lifetime. Like for me, I needed to know that I am capable of being happy. So that's the second reason. And the third reason, it's also healing. It can, because lots of people, not lots, there are people who experience certain things in this lifetime and they don't know why. Like they are afraid of heights, for example. And it can be that in some past lifetime they were thrown off the cliff and died. Or they are afraid of water. Perhaps in some past lifetime they drowned. So we are emotional beings. All these emotions, we have them. They don't disappear. All these past lifetimes, we call them past lifetimes, but they are actually happening at this moment. Um, they influence us. We bring some emotions from those other incarnations into this incarnation, and it's for a reason. so that we could heal and let go. So, this is my experience with hypnosis. Thank you very much for watching.